Hello everybody, welcome once again. This is Marketacting, and today we're going to talk about the elimination of cookies from Google. And no, I'm not talking about chocolate chip cookies. I'm talking about your data that is being collected every time you enter a website. You know this little sign that you see at the bottom every time you enter a website? Well, that's not going to be there anymore because Google has announced that on 2022, cookies will go away from Google Chrome. So we may be like, yes, finally, we're not going to be tracked. This is a free internet nation. But hey, no, it's not like that. I'm going to explain that to you. Sit down, calm down. Okay? Okay. So first, I'm not going to dive in too deep into this because it is too hard, too complex to explain. So I would like to keep it simple so that everybody can understand. First, for those who don't know what cookies are a piece of code that you put in your website in order to track users' information. For example, the products that they placed inside their shopping cart, the pages they visited, the buttons they clicked on, and even more relevant information that clients have to give to the website when they want to buy something, like their name, their last name, their address, and their credit card number. This is not so bad, like at all. Even when you want to buy something again from the same store, you don't want to put your information over and over again. Like you just would like them to remember it. The problem is when they use this information in order to sell you something, and you kind of believe many times that the phone or the computer can read your mind because it feels like they are invading your privacy. That's the key point, when you feel invaded. Does this mean that we're not going to be tracked anymore? No, we still are going to be followed, but this time we are going to be, let's say, profiled. Google's alternative is based on that we're not going to be tracked on an individual basis, but instead we're going to be grouped into a crowd that shares our same interests. This way, our privacy will be more protected and advertising will still be effective. So how does this work? It's like we're going to be able to hide into a big crowd of people without being specially recognized. They can maybe direct their advertising to people who likes Coca-Cola, but they won't be able to pinpoint, especially someone. Like I'm talking to Pedro, I'm talking to him. No. From now on, we're not going to leave cookie crumbles all over the place wherever we go, but instead we're going to be placed into a group of people called cohorts. Have you heard this word before? I hadn't, at least in English. Word of the day. So this is how Google is going to call the groups of people that we're going to fit in. How does it work? Google will use our recent browsing history to generate our cohort identity that is supposed to represent our interests of what we are looking for at the moment on internet. Is that making sense? Okay. Then ads will target these cohorts or audiences instead of individuals. Google is not trying to get rid of targeted advertising, but it just wants it to be less invasive. And that's why it has created its own method called the Privacy Sandbox, which is where all the cohort creation happens. So right now I'm going to read the Privacy Sandbox policy that says, by joining a web crowd, you allow websites to make your web experience relevant without using personally identifiable information. Similar to a crowd in a concert, websites and advertisers can only know thousands of users share a similar interest. Okay, so at the end of the day, what does this all mean? It does not mean that we're not going to be targeted or tracked, but we are not going to be specifically targeted. Is there going to be any difference for us, final users? And the answer is that, yeah, maybe? I think yes. Like, of course, there is a difference. We're not going to be targeted in an individual basis, like I said, but we are still going to be tracked. Like, it's not that you can search for whatever you want on internet and ads won't be able to know. Of course, they will know, but they will put you inside of a group of people that is searching for the same things. Of course, I think the impact is going to be bigger for online sites, for online stores and businesses, not for us. I just wanted you to know that the cookies sign, you won't see it anymore. Thanks for watching my video. I hope this was helpful, and yeah, see you next week. Bye.